Hello guys, this is Pro walkthrough for my baby account. Not a great round, but I just played by the feel and haven't got any wind idea first hand, so haven't scored big. Might not look good to you, but that's a mini account. I just pulled it out after so long. So here, not wasting much of the time, taking you to the playthrough. This hole number 1 coming up. Okay, so we got a cross head wind angle basically. I'm using an about 3 here, so going 6 bar of top spin, 3 bar of the side spin to the right, adjusting this, aiming this mid of the fairway, adjusting max plus 10% here. Yeah, max plus 10%. Slight overpower is required because of the haven't had my club distance is not great, so if you're playing with a higher level of club, might not need that much of a overpower. Was close to the rough, so it's 356, but now we'll play the second shot. It was not converted and had the glitch roll and the ball popped out from the hole. So got a thorn 6 here, so playing from a min distance here, so the adjustment is minus 10% here. So I'm basically done by the lack of ball guide here and some glitch roll. That so minimum distance minus 10% here, I'm just around at min distance only, so adjust it. Okay, hit perfect. I guess it's slight overpower here, but that's the approach. That's the approach. That is how we need to play. That's the glitch roll. It popped out. That's the glitch roll. So just take notice of the glitch on the green and play accordingly. So now hole number 2. I'll just play it like this. I'll not pause and play, so I'll just play it like this so that I have enough time to describe the shot. So it's hole number 2. We got a nice tailwind angle here, so we're going right side of the fairway, using a POC 3 only here. So going 6 bar of top spin, small side spin to the left, just half a bar of side spin to the left. Again aiming middle of that fairway pad, adjusted max plus 10% here, and then I pushed back it to max because you need not to push back to the max if you are playing with a higher level of club. It's just 231 yard distance I'm covering here. If you've gotten a POC 4, don't push back to the max, just play normal shot without any overpower. So nice decent distance, 392 yards here. So going to convert this one. And the second shot will have a sniper. Yes, that's a sniper. We will play in between medium and minimum distance, 10% adjustment, 10% extra. We'll play this one in between medium and min distance, that is 25% slider. So I'm using 4 bar of backspin, 1 bar of side spin to the right, aiming this one to the hole with ball guide, just a square shot of the pin. The wind will push it up. So adjust it in between medium and minimum numbers. That's 25% slider at 10% elevation. So that's 6.1 rings here. Hit perfect. There you go. Nicely in the hole for an albatross. Okay, great. hole number 3. So it's cross wind actually, so we played 2 bar of top spin and 2 bar of the side spin to the left. It's actually 2.7 I took here, it's 2.5 that is needed, and doesn't need 2 bar of the side spin to the left, we just need 1.5 bar side spin to the left. So yes, play 2.5 bar of top spin and do push the rings rather than pulling because we got this glitch. So just a 20% max, take 2.5 bar of top spin and 1.5 bar of left spin. That's all we need to take because it's slightly hot and we missed from the left cup, so we reduce the side spin and we reduce some of the top spin. That will make it through. Okay, hole number 4. So we got a cross tailwind angle here, so with an epoch level 3, so I'm going 6 bar of top spin, I'm going 2 bar of side spin to the right, just visualizing my aim spot. I want to push, the wind will push it to the right so we can be safe. So just eyeball your target, adjust max plus 10%, and I'm pushing it back up to the max because I don't have that much enough club distance. Just give a tiny bit of overpower, and we do hit small left grade, should be fine though. Yeah, we were just about fine on the fairway. 397. Now we'll have a short iron play again. So the second shot is 10% over adjustment, and your true club distance from this distance I had around 35% of club distance because I had my yardage marked. From the expert play I have my yardage locked, so 397 is around 35% of club, so I adjusted 35% slider and 10% over adjustment. One backspin aimed in the hole. If you have a better club level, that will help you have the more clear ball guide. So there you go, hit perfect, nice and easy, boom. Hole number 5, so we'll have a guardian play here, not doing rough bump because not sure for the, because we might have been stuck in between the club with sniper rough bump. So using full backspin, half a bar of side spin to the right. Okay, so we need to aim this one slightly more right as I've done in this video because the wind is slightly straightish, so it's not pushing that much right that I assumed. So, or we need to use full 1 bar of side spin, but I think we'll be better off pushing slightly right. So I adjusted max plus 10% here. Yes, max plus 10. So it hasn't pushed that much right that I wanted on the back roll, so it's came left, so we need to push slightly right our initial aim spot to make it drop. So I have one more account, so I'll try to correct all these mistakes that have been done on the next one, and will also provide the better playthrough or then on the missing holes or the dialed in holes, and I'll try to do that. Hole number 6, so it's again it's cross head pushing to the right, so we play a kingmaker here. We will play for 6 bar of topspin. I think we'll be better off playing from the mid fairway, so I initially tried to visualize this right side option, but then decided against it. So we'll use this mid fairway, 2 bar of side spin to the right, 6 bar of topspin. Okay, max plus 10% adjusting, max plus 10% here, and then we play this full overpower with half a ball of right curl and try to hit perfect. There it is. Just want enough distance so that I have a clear shot. So we'll use a big dog here. On the second shot. I think I just slightly messed it up with too much of a curl. So again you have to give some top spin, and I'm giving full left spin and 3 bar of top spin, visualizing my aim spot, 3 bar of left spin, using 3 bar of top spin. Top spin was fine, and I'm adjusting max plus 10% here. Max plus 10. Initial aim spot, I think it was slightly incorrect, and I over curled it. It's more than one ball. I think it's just one ball left curl is required, because we're anyways playing with a side spin 3 ball plus the great left. So these couple of things have made it bounce on the bunker, but it luckily popped out. So if you are playing this approach, do not over curl it, use a slight lesser curl. So we made it, actually we converted it. If it happens to you, if you are short on the fairway, you can still convert easily with the wedge, because it will be a straight headwind angle. So I adjusted 6.5. It's was around minimum distance of my wedge. You can have a rapier with a better topspin to have more easier approach. So at an end bringer level 4 here. Nevertheless, it was an easy wedge. I adjusted around 3 rings here. So it's a straight headwind, so not much of a difficulty for a wedge shot to get converted. Okay, there you go. Hole number 7. We'll play a navigator and a sniper here, and we'll try to keep the spot same as we have used. White ring touching the rough on the top, ball guide aiming on the hole line, and we place slightly tiny bit of top spin, that's around 0.1 and 0.1 to 0.2 top spin. Just gave it tiny bit of side spin to the right. I adjusted 1 to 1 by, I feel we needed to play that one max plus 5%. It's 1 to 1 adjusted here, so I feel it was max plus 5% that needed to be played. because the wind has pushed the ball to the left, or we may have given slight side spin to the right after aiming on the hole, or we would have favored the ball guide outside the right cup. So some tweak is required. I'm sure we'll be able to do it in the next count, and we'll provide you the video. Hole number 8, I messed it up big time, so there is a tailwind, so it's a good opportunity to reach actually near the green. So I misjudged my line completely, and also this club, shorter distance club, was not helping either. So we play a berserker ball here. We need to visualize our aim spot to the mid of that fairway. So I just visualized on this rough line, assuming my ball will not travel much further up. I thought I would bounce before the rough, but that was error in my judgment. So I should have pushed it more right, my initial spot. Full over power, slight right curl. So I landed on the rough just about. So one ring right to the right would have made it to the fairway, and that would have rolled surely towards the fringe mark. So I still tried to convert it, but was a great hit. So if you got a better club, you try this approach. Just correct the aim spot here. So even if it was an accidental thing that I misjudged it, but we can still attempt with a grizzly, a long iron. So do need to give some backspin. Aim on the hole with ball guide slightly shorter. Adjust it 40%, around 25% slider, 40% extra. Play it around 25% slider here, and the perfect hit was required, but again it was a great hit. Missed right, and it missed right. Perfect hit would have made it, but it went a little hot too, so do need to take care of the backspin here. Anyways, we'll provide the correct shot when I play my next account tomorrow. Hole number 9. In using a berserker ball here, so just try to saw which club would have given me better distance. I think I would have better played that one with the POC, so I ended up playing within a POC 3 only, but I did not used full topspin, so the distance, I did not achieve the distance I wanted, but still adjust max plus 10% here, play full overpower, half a ball of curl to the left. So we needed more distance, slightly close to the rough. Also, if we can add more curl, we need it, just that not giving full topspin of a POC 3 made it fall much shorter, but still we can have an easy second shot. But since we were too far right, so this tree didn't allow us to actually aim properly. So visualized my aim spot first of all, judged my ball guide that was around the whole line with slight short. That was a mistake since it's an head angle. So apply some backspin, aim on the hole. If you are adjusting it properly, aim on the hole, and this adjustment is plus 15% actual numbers. So this is plus 15% actual distance number. So I played around mid numbers here, 15% extra medium distance numbers, and it fell short of the hole and was also left of the pin. So you can correct this and you can play this. We'll try to share an update here. Okay, hole number 10. So guys, this is just a practice account, and so we got a tailwind here. So haven't made much, converted much of the shots, but it's a good thing to try it, and that I got the shots, few of the dial in shots, and so don't give more than 4 bar of topspin, otherwise it will carry for the wedge shot. We want to play minimum short iron only here because that's an easy adjustment. Wedge is slightly tricky. So max plus 10% here. Use only 4 bar of topspin. Don't give 4.5 that I did. So it carried around 360 yard mark, and we had a wedge shot instead of a short iron. Yeah, there you go. It carried too far up. Okay. Try to replicate the wedge shot as we did in expert division with the plus 10 max numbers, but here I think with the wind pushing, not pushing much, so that was slightly over adjusted in the end. So adjusted, aimed on the hole and adjusted max plus 10% here, but since the wind was not pushing much, so it ended up missing on the right. So you take max plus 5%, that would have made it for sure. It was max plus 10 played, but max plus 5 would have been better. Or I feel max plus 0, no, max plus 5 would have been in. That was around 3.8 ring. I adjusted 4. So you can play like this. Short iron is minus 10% here. Short iron is minus 10%. That will be around minimum numbers. Hole number 11. That's a par 5 again. So we have a crosswind here. So going full top spin, 1 bar of side spin to the right. In fact, half a bar of side spin to the right. Aiming again the middle of the fairway pad, adjusting max plus 10% here. So this angle is slightly headish, so we have a stretched up adjustment. So need to give overpower. So overpower will vary on the club which you are using. So might not be the same overpower for every club. So you can adjust it accordingly. So I'm just giving you an idea how to play. 387. The second shot. So we have a cross. This will be a tail angle here. So I'm playing from a medium distance of at a mid distance line, using 4 bar of backspin, 1 bar of side spin to the right. That's around 1 bar, 0.8, 0.9. I'm aiming on the hole. keeping my ball guide just a little bit short from the hole for the wind push, and adjusted medium distance plus 10% here. So I adjusted mid distance plus 10%, that's 1 to 1. So 1 to 1 adjust here. So I played from the mid distance, played 1 to 1 adjustment, hit perfect, and there you go. Boom for an albatross. So these two albatross might save my weekend round for me, because I didn't had a good score here. So these two albatross on second and 11 might help me saving my weekend round qualification, because the account is in Pro 3 tier. Though don't have a great club, but have okay. Hole number 3, 2 bar of top spin, played 1.2 bar of side spin to the left. That's aimed straight at the hole. Adjusted max plus 20% here, max plus 20%. So I felt it's the slightly incorrect pull angle that I've used, and we should have applied 1.3 1.4 bar of side spin to the left. So the speed was good, so missed right, so slight bit of more side spin to the left. That's would be around 1.4, might be 1.5, I'll update later. So that's how this hole is to be played. Hole number 4, not had the greatest of shot here, just showing you the wind angle here, so and the correction that needed to be done. Give 6 bar of topspin, play with the kingmaker here, don't play with the titan, and use 3 bar of side spin to the right. So I had the limitation, I played the titan, I should have played the kingmaker here with 3 bar of side spin to the right. And I think I adjusted max numbers without any elevation, that was also an error. So play 10% max number plus 10% play. I'm pushing it back, I needed to overpower this one a bit, and I hit left great. So 3 mistakes. Firstly, I did not use side spin 3 ball. Secondly, I adjusted max numbers without elevation, I should have adjusted max plus 10, and thirdly I hit left great. So these 3 mistakes made it go towards the rough, and you can also apply a tiny bit of curl to the right even with the kingmaker ball, so that will be safe on the fairway. You can check our expert division shot if you want. So there is a same wind angle here. I tried to convert it, but I think I'll skip this one. I did hit great on the Nirvana, and that's a medium distance rough iron. Shot was on play, but I did hit great. So if you get a thorn, you play 10% actual distance numbers, you'll be around 395 to 400 and 395 you will be. So 397 is 35%, 395 will be 40%, and 380 390 will be exact mid plus 10%. So just take reference, 390 yards is mid plus 10%, and with change of every 1 yard you can add and reduce 2% of the slider. That's the thorn rule for the thorn, or you can say rule for the short iron, not just the thorn. It's a short iron rule. every yard change you change 2% of the slider. Okay, hole number 14. Yeah, so we have a headwind here, so I'm using guardian again, this time using more side spin to the right and full back spin. Now aiming, pushing it further right, and third bounce is in the line of hole, or in fact third bounce is in the line of hole here. I adjusted max plus 20% here, max plus 20%, and still it missed left of the cup, so I should have been pushing my initial aim spot a bit further right. Yes, it came left, so we need to aim our second bounce in the line of hole. Yeah, we need to aim our second bounce in the line of hole and then adjust max plus 20%. That might do. We'll post an update on when I play my second account. Okay, hole number 6. So hole number 6 of the back 9, that's hole number 15 to be correct. Hole number 15. So we got a nice tailwind angle here, so we need to play. Let's I use a sniper as my wood club here because there's a chance of an albatross here, because we're gonna carry the distance. So I'm aiming this right fairway, so need to avoid that that rough patch here, extended rough patch here. So aimed here, adjusted max plus 10% here, max plus 10, then pushed it back to the max, used around 50% of overpower and more than 1.2 ball of left curl. Notice the curl, that bounce was very close to the rough, so you can try to correct the initial spot a bit to make it more safer. So we carried a good distance here, so we have a great chance of making an albatross here with a second shot. So the adjustment for the second shot will be 20% max. I played 10% max, it will be 20% max, as I felt it missed by too much distance. We need to apply 3 to 4, 3.5 bar of backspin, 3.5 bar of backspin, and aim this one on the line of hole. Yeah, aim this one on the line of hole. I adjusted max plus 10%. I think we should have played max plus 20% here. Okay, so the first bounce is yeah, it should have been played max plus 20%. Hole number 16. Now we got a opposite wind and it's more headish, so we'll use a navigator ball here again, aiming on the line of hole. First step, aim on the line of hole. Now I will apply 1 bar of topspin, around 0.8 bar of topspin, in fact 0.8, 0.9, and I applied 0.3 around spin to the left, but we should be applying 0.5 bar left spin, yeah, 0.5 bar left spin, and adjust 1:1, yeah, 1:1 adjustment. The step 1, aim on the line of hole. Step 2, 0.8 top spin and half a bar of side spin to the left. And step 3, adjust 1:1 and hit perfect. That's how we can make it. Hole number 17, par 4. Okay, so we'll use a layup approach this time. So up special balls, bigger clubs. This wind still can make to the next fairway, but we'll stick to the layup approach. 3 top spin, some side spin to the left, adjust max plus 5%. Using a Thor hammer 4, you can use a rock, you can use quarterback at around max distance. I made this shot in my qualifying round on both the counts. Here I missed it because it jumped out of the pin, out of the hole, sorry. Jumped out of the hole. So I adjusted on the line on the hole with ball guide slightly short. So it is Grizzly 6, so it has 3.8 ball guide. So that's where I missed the trick. I should have kept it a bit further short, around, I kept it around 1.5 bar short square. I should have kept it around 2.5 square, 3 square short. So my second bounce was on the fringe. I should have kept my second bounce behind the fringe. So adjusted 40% extra, and at 75% slider, 7.5 rings were adjusted. 40% extra at 75% slider I took. Went straight in the line, but it was too hot and it jumped out. Had we had 3 backspin, it would have been better, or you should have aimed it further behind the line, because there was 3.8 ball guide only. With Grizzly level 8 you can make it, we can still make it easily because it has a very good ball guide. Coming back to hole number 18, we got a nice tail angle here. So I'm using 6 bar of top spin. That's not full 6 actually, it's around 5.9 bar of top spin. 2 bar of side spin to the left, aiming that middle fairway pad, pushing my target to at a full stretch distance, adjusting max plus 10%, push back to the max. Overpower, I just gave it some overpower. You may not need it with the better club level. So the idea is to keep it around 400 plus distance that we wanted. So it has carried 405, very nice distance to make it. So that's a decent distance to approach an albatross. For the second shot we'll have a sniper here. So with a sniper you can aim on the hole. Okay, so aiming on the hole with ball guide slightly short. I did adjusted that one mid plus 20%. mid plus 20%. I should have played it mid plus 15%. 7.7 rings were adjusted. 7.4 mid plus 15 would have been much better, because it's clipped to the right of the pin, so we zoomed in, but that was slightly over adjusted. So mid plus 15 would have been much better. Yeah, we zoomed and we missed. 7.5 would have been fine here, might be 7.4, so adjusted. So that's the playthrough for the pro division. I did make minus 27, but that's a tier 3 bracket. Not sure whether it will make it to the next round, but yeah, it's too many good decent players in here. So that's the card looking. Should have got 1, should have got 10, should have got 8, and on the back 9 we should have got 13, should have got 17. That's the minimum that we should have got. So 1 2 3 4 5 misses in here. So if you follow these approaches, you can make a decent score with your lower level account, and